I am John the Liquidator, and this is the Liquidator Report. So, as more news coming out of Ukraine and Russia, look like Ukraine has bombed one of Russia hidden aircrafts, man. Footage is starting to emerge online. Y'all know over here we ain't gonna waste no time with talking. We're gonna get right into the content. So, let's head on over to Twitter. So, this is a video of this attack going down. Let's play it. So as you guys can see there is a very,
Да,
very large
класс.
explosion there. And there's more footage coming out
Откуда
of
вообще?
this area
Я не понимаю, что это.
in regards to
Это
Russia
фотки стоят.
and Ukraine on this
Ну,
page
оно
here
там на грани,
of
вот
more
где чучело
attacks
буквально.
and more
Там рядом
things.
жилой дом прям стоит.
So as you guys can see there's a
Ага.
large fireball there. And it was very interesting, man. So um they're still trying to strike a deal with this ceasefire. It says all eyes on Russia as it weighs Ukraine peace plan with caution. U.S. President but Putin's aid, and we're finna jump right into it and say all eyes are now on Russia response to a fledgling peace plan to end the war in Ukraine after appeared willing to move forward with a U.S. backed framework. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to travel to Moscow next week to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin aide told reporters Wednesday that the content of this U.S. plan will be discussed at the meeting and claimed Russian officials had not discussed a U.S. backed plan when talks were held with U.S. officials in Abu Dhabi on Tuesday. It stated, we, the Russian aide, have not yet discussed any documents with anyone specifically. We gained agreed to meeting with Mr. Wishkoff. I hope he won't be alone. Other representatives of the U.S. teamwork on the Ukraine dozer will be there. He stated in the comments translated by NBC News and reported by state news agencies. Now, regarding the plan, it had seen that Kremlin viewed some aspects of the plans positively, while several of its points required several serious analysts. Now, earlier today, Putin's press secretary, against jumping to conclusion regarding an end to the war, which Russia launched when it was invaded Ukraine back in February 2022. They stated, wait, it's too early to say. And Russia also stated that Ukraine had ever been to concluding peace treaty. So it looked like the U.S. is trying to step in to do a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. As of right now, we don't have any yay or nay on that whole process getting done. But I'm telling you right now, guys, it is very, very interesting. There is a lot of things coming out of Russia and Ukraine in regards to these attacks. It's attacks coming nearly. Here's some more footage here. Instead, it's strike large Russian landing ship and oil terminal hit. So Ukraine is stepping up its defense mechanisms and it's definitely this. Oh wow. So it's reported sources large 1171 landing ship, which was located near the berth of the naval base, was also damaged. This is crazy, bro. These attacks. It's crazy that this war is still going on and they haven't come up with some type of peace treaty yet. The enemy 7 Russia intend to surround the city moving forward. Settlement of refined. So yeah, man, they still, to me, it don't look like they're going to come up with a peace treaty for this specific area. More attacks. Wow. This is crazy. Moving on to another story. We got some footage here. So reports from the region says a powerful airstrike has hit Syria. Local Syrian outlets are claiming that the U.S. aircraft carried out the strike, but officials in Washington has not confirmed. So this was an airstrike that went down in Syria today.
الله عاد نسبح الوري عاد نسبح الوري.
One thing I can tell you guys is, man, the United States is not slowing up on anything that could be a possible threat to us. And I gotta agree with Trump, man. I like it, man. I like the tough nature that he's posing as the commander in chief. I like how he's trying to end the ceasefire that is currently going on in Russia. So as of right now, it's definitely look like it's on the up and up. Now, moving on to another story here, we got to go back to Venezuela. So this right here was released on Fox. It says breaking major development in the Caribbean, the Western Hemisphere is about to shift. The United States now has extraordinary military power position in the Caribbean. So those of you guys who might not know, I've been tracking this whole Venezuela situation. The United States has been showing major show of force throughout this region. And according to senior Pentagon reporting, 30% of all deployed U.S. warships are now in the region. The USS Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group in on a station. Over 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles are in there. U.S. Marines are positioned on the USS Gemma and multiple assault ships also. And yesterday, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff stated, this is not a symbolic development. This is a strategic message. While the world watches, Venezuela U.S. officials are openly acknowledged the real objects. And let's take a listen.
Should President Trump order strikes against the Maduro regime, there's plenty of firepower in the Caribbean to do it, with about 30% of all deployed American warships, including the aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford, now on station. There are over 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles in theater aboard destroyers and U.S. Marines aboard the USS Iwo Jima and other amphibs in the Ready Group. Now, ahead of Thanksgiving, the U.S. military's top officer, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Raising Kane, arrived in Puerto Rico yesterday to meet the forces who are part of Operation Southern Spear. So with General Kane in the region, we'll have to see if Secretary Hegseth follows suit ahead of Thanksgiving. And one thing officials have said is some of this buildup in the Caribbean goes beyond the Maduro regime. It's about getting Russia, China, and Iran out of the Western Hemisphere, guys. Should President Trump order strikes against the Maduro regime, there's plenty of firepower in the Caribbean to do it, with about 30% of all deployed American warships, including the aircraft.
Oh, that was Fox speaking about everything that is going on in Venezuela, man. I want to know you guys' thoughts on this video. Be sure to share the video, like the video, hype the video. More importantly, make sure you guys click and subscribe on the channel. Guys, I am John Liquidator. This has been another episode of the Liquidator Report. Like always, man, peace out.